12.14 Doryphoros. The image marble after a bronze original, human-sized, Roman idealized body-shaped man is standing with like to grab spear and ready to throw, staring little downside of horizon. As being untidy position, he might take a rest in middle of training. Nudity was common in and in athletic events, both of which glorified the unclothed, idealized human form. This sculpture is a slightly larger than life-size nude male, which represents the Greeks' deep admiration and motivation of human body. His balanced pose, body and muscle proportions, restricted expressions and depicted roles are some ways of idealization of this figure. This sculpture is also made in the Greek classical art style. This sculpture is reconstructed for recovering only fragments of a sculpture that have to be reassembled. The sculpture in the Naples Museum is a Roman copy of a lost Greek original that we think was found largely intact in the provincial Roman city of Pompeii. To ancient Greeks, they emphasized and attached great importance to man's body's perfect proportion. The idea of a canon, a rule for a standard of beauty developed for artists to follow, was not new to the ancient Greeks. The ancient Egyptians also developed a canon. Centuries later, during the Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci investigated the ideal proportions of the human body with his Vitruvian Man. The ideal male nude has remained a staple of Western art and culture to this day.
On the picture, he is in a perfect shape of human being. Its gesture and body structure are so natural. It's so realistic, detailed like muscles, structures of bones, veins. According to these facts, I can tell that people on that period are interested or know well in scientific inquiry and the study of human anatomy. He looks like a youth, the head and hands are a bit oversized. It represents his youthful potential and potential violence. Dated 1501 to 1504 represents the Israeli youth who fought the giant warrior. Goliath saved his people and later became the greatest king of the Old Testament. Michelangelo chose the moment that the young David first faces Goliath. Tension is apparent in his flown, tensed muscles and productive veins. And that's why he got tense on his face. The David is considered a masterpiece, an ideal male form combining heroic strength and human uncertainty. It is erected in 1504 in the public plaza of Florence, the Piazza del Signoria. In 1873, the original is moved to the Accademia delle Belle Arti, where it is better protected for posterity, and a copy of the work is erected in the plaza in 1882.
12.13 Staldor. On the other hand, Staldor is a well-dressed mannequin like a teen rock star. It's most recently made, therefore this door looks like beauty standard in today more than both two other works. In fact, this door was depicted like having unrealistic size of eyes, face, and body shape. The door even had a white skin on whole body parts. These traits are very similar to a Barbie doll or heroine in Japanese comic book. It shows recent fashion trend. All these concepts also may suggest an increasing shift towards a more westernized standard of beauty. A forced smile on the face and awkward posture, that is one of trait of the mannequin such as a Barbie doll. Compared to both two other works, this doll's expression and action are very unnatural. Thinking realistically, both two other works are much better to describe balanced human body than Staldor.